photosynthesis in high plants, we studied that light reactions. What is the light reactions? Where these light reactions occur? Light reactions normally occur inside the thylakoids of the chloroplast. In light reactions, different phenomena is there. Light reactions, during the light reactions, electron transport is there. Electron move from one cytochrome to another cytochrome. We studied that. Next important phenomena which is occur during the light reaction, that is of splitting of water, that is 2H2O and the light. It released 4 hydrogen proton plus oxygen plus 4 electrons. These are released during the light reaction, and the splitting of water is associated with the photosystem second, not photosystem first. During splitting of water, splitting of water, or it is occur in the photosystem second. Whenever the electron is transported in photosystem second, that time water splitting is there, which produce 4 hydrogen protons and 4 electrons, and net production of oxygen molecules that release during the light reactions. Another most important phenomena of the light reaction, that is of cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. First of all, that is the photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation means the adding of phosphate. That is a phosphorylation. And photo means in the presence of sunlight. Adding of phosphate in the presence of sunlight, that is a photophosphorylation. Normally, in the nature, energy is formed with the help of phosphorylation, especially. And if it is occur in the presence of sunlight, that is a photophosphorylation. Human beings and all other organisms take energy in the form of only ATP. ATP is formed with the ADP, adenosine triphosphate plus inorganic phosphate, that produce ATP. So during cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation, ATP and energy-rich molecule is formed. What is cyclic and non-cyclic? Cyclic means whenever the electron transport in the light reaction, they transport in the cyclic manner. Just like this is the LHC, that is light harvesting or chlorophyll. When it is initiated with the P700 high wavelength of light, that electron is excited from the P700 and move to the first, that is a primary acceptor. That is of electron acceptor, primary acceptor. Then it transport the different cytochromes, that is electron transport system. Electron transport system, and again come into the PS first or photosystem second. Whenever the electron is transported during this electron transport system, it produces ADP plus inorganic phosphate to ATP molecules. This is the energy which is synthesized during the cyclic photophosphorylation. This is the cyclic. Cyclic means electron move from photosystem first to primary acceptor, then electron transport system, and again to photosystem first. This is the cyclic manner. जहां से इलेक्ट्रॉन रवाना हुआ वहीं पर वापस आ गया. That's why it is known as cyclic photophosphorylation. Another one is of non-cyclic, we also known as like Z scheme. We studied in the electron transport, that is Z scheme means electron is transport which is not comes again to the same photosystem. Cyclic photophosphorylation normally present in the stroma lamellae. Stroma lamellae, cyclic photophosphorylation, it is especially present inside the stroma lamellae, and stroma lamellae not contain that NADP reductase enzymes. That's why NADP is not reduced to form NADPH2, and NADP reductase is especially present in the PS second, photosystem second. So stroma lamellae not contain the NADP reductase and PS second bond. But cyclic only occur in stroma lamellae. Stroma lamellae के अंदर ही cyclic होता है. And non-cyclic, that in thylakoids and on membrane of grana. That present in thylakoids and membrane of grana. That is the non-cyclic, where electron is transported from light high-resting complex, that is of PS second, it will be moved primary acceptor to again to PS first, photosystem first, that is of light harvesting molecules, and then to PS primary acceptor again, and here it will be transport to NAD2 to form NADH2. So this is non-cyclic photophosphorylation in which electron move from PS second to primary receptor, then PS first, then to NADH2. So it is present in the thylakoid membrane or in grana membrane, where both the photosystem is there, photosystem first and photosystem second, and again which is comes from these light harvesting molecules again not move into the same photosystem. जहाँ से निकला वापस वहाँ नहीं आ जाता. That's why it is the Z scheme or non-cyclic photophosphorylation, in which that NADH2 molecules is formed, and again ATP molecules is also formed during this cycle when the electron is transferred through the electron transport system. जब यहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम से इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर हो रहा तब एटीपी का फॉर्मेशन भी होता है. सो दिस इज द थर्ड फिनोमेना, नेक्स्ट फिनोमेना ऑफ द लाइट रिएक्शन, दैट इज ऑफ साइक्लिक एंड नॉन साइक्लिक photophosphorilation. That another phenomena which is main part of the light reaction, that is of chemosmotic hypothesis. Chemosmotic hypothesis. What is the chemosmotic hypothesis? It is the systematic movement of electrons and hydrogen proteins during which that ATP is formed. This is the reaction or the process by which the ATP is formed. How ATP is formed? That the type of reaction first time find out by the Peter Mitchell and got Nobel Prize. Means ATP is formed. We all know ATP is formed during that light reaction. ATP is formed during that Krebs cycle. But how it is formed? That reaction is known as chemosmotic hypothesis, and which was first time observed by the Peter Mitchell. According to this hypothesis, when one difference between the photosynthetic chemosmotic hypothesis and respiration, that is of Krebs cycle, where inside the Krebs cycle that proton gradients present between the outer membrane, means proton concentration gradient formed inside the outer membrane, that is, this is the inner membrane or outer membrane of mitochondria. Okay, but here the proton gradient developed inside the thylakoids or lumen of the thylakoids. Suppose this is the thylakoid and this one is the membrane of thylakoids, and that during the splitting of water, hydrogen protons produced inside the lumen of thylakoids. Lumen of thylakoids, the hydrogen proton is formed, and the different photosystem present on the membrane of these thylakoids. Suppose this is the photosystem. PS first is there, and this PS second is there, and this one is of PS first is there, and the enzymes which is required for the photosystem PS present in the outer membrane of the photosystem first and second, or outer membrane of this thylakoid membranes. So these protons comes produced inside the lumen of the thylakoids. This one is of thylakoids membrane. Thylakoids membrane, and this one is of lumen. Whenever the thylakoids concentration, hydrogen proton concentration is increased by the splitting of water in the light reaction, this concentration is increased inside the lumen of thylakoids, and this due to which the proton gradient is formed in the across the membrane. यहाँ पर प्रोटॉन कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा हो जाती है, बाहर की तरफ प्रोटॉन कंसंट्रेशन कम होती है, दैट इज नोन एज प्रोटॉन ग्रेडियंट, और उस प्रोटॉन ग्रेडियंट की वजह से प्रोटॉन की टेंडेंसी होती है पुश टुवर्ड्स द आउटसाइड. But here smaller granular particles is there, that is of F0, and this another one is of F1, that contain one enzyme that is known as ATPase enzymes. This contain ATPase enzyme, and when this hydrogen ion concentration increases, this ATPase enzyme will be activated, and this hydrogen proton move towards lumen to outside, and during that ADP plus inorganic phosphate combine together form ATP, and this hypothesis is known as chemostatic hypothesis. And here that NADP attached with this hydrogen to form NADPH. So because these NADP reductase enzymes present outside the membrane, and whenever these hydrogen protons come out, they form ATP and inorganic phosphate to ATP molecules plus NADPH2 by the NAD reductase enzymes. So this process in which ATP is formed during the light reaction, that is known as chemostatic mechanism or chemostatic hypothesis, which was first time observed by the Peter Mitchell. But the both the chemostatic mechanism is similar in light reaction or in photosynthesis as well as in respiration, that is of electron transport system. We studied in electron transport system again in detail what is the chemostatic mechanism or chemostatic hypothesis. Now what is the product of the light reaction? We studied light reaction, that is electron transport, splitting of water, cyclic, non-cyclic, and chemostatic mechanism. So main product is of one is of O2 that will be released with the help of splitting of water. Another is of electrons, and during cyclic and non-cyclic photosphorylation and through the chemostatic hypothesis, that is ATP and NADPH is formed. These are the product. Where they will utilize, where they will go. Now oxygen is released through the stomata to the environment. Then electron which is produced during the splitting of water and also produce proton, that is proton is also produced and electron is also produced. Proton and electron is also produced during the splitting of water. The electron is utilized by the and proton also utilized by the NADP to produce NADPH. Means in the presence of NADP reductase enzymes, electron and proton utilized by the NADP to produce NADPH, so it is reutilized. And third one is of ATP and NADPH. These two are the main. It is removed with the help of stomata, but ATP and NADPH, these are the energy rich molecules which is formed during the light reaction. What is the use of this light, these two energy rich molecules, that is of ATP and NADPH? What is the use? Mainly these two, that is ATP and NADPH, these are also known as assimilating power. Assimilating power. These are two known as assimilating power, and both, that is ATP and NADP, has to help in fixation of CO2 to produce starch in dark reaction. We know that photosynthesis is divided into two reactions. One is of light reaction, and the light reaction main product is of oxygen, ATP and NADPH. Oxygen is released through the stomata, but ATP and NADPH2, these are known as assimilatory power, which is help in the fixation of carbon dioxide to form starch in the डार्क रिएक्शन में ये ATP और NADPH2 रीयूटिलाइज किए जाते हैं, जिससे स्टार्च का फॉर्मेशन होता है इनसाइड द डार्क रिएक्शन. इट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द लाइट रिएक्शन in which energy rich molecule is formed. That energy rich molecule is utilized to fix the carbon dioxide to form carbohydrate or starch.